What is up, my Lorcana goons? My name's Kevin. You're watching the Monday Weekly Market Watch. It is January 27th, and we're going to go over the Lorcana news, meta trends, and card prices. Let's start off with these new cards that were revealed. We have dual inks coming out in Arcasia's Island. The next set in Lorcana coming to us very soon. They're announcing way more information on February 10th, as you can see in this post, but they're revealing cards on their Twitter, the official Disney Lorcana page. Every other day is what it's looking like. We have a purple-blue character card, Sven, Keen-Eyed Reindeer here. It's a Storyborn ally, 2 strength, 6 willpower with rush, and says when you play this character, chosen character gets -3 strength this turn. Only quest for 1. It's a 5-cost inkable, which is still pretty good in my opinion. Meta-wise, I think this card is going to be used in some decks. I like its ability. It has a lot of potential if you want to clear some characters. However, it's a mandatory ability, so it needs to trigger. So Sven is the only character on board. You have to minus your Sven by 3 strength for whatever reason, but it's a brawl target, but every card in the meta is a brawl target nowadays, right? Another card revealed was the Jafar, newly crowned, and official text revealed. We did see this preview earlier last week. It's a 4-cost inkable, 2 strength, 4 willpower. We finally know the stats, and he quests for 2, so not bad for a 4-cost character. An Amethyst and a Steel color combination here. During an opponent's turn, whenever one of your illusion characters is banished, you may return that card to your hand. So there's probably going to be some synergy there with new illusion characters that come out in this set, but we still don't know how the dual ink situation works here. So we don't know if you can play this in both purple decks and blue decks, so if I have like a blue yellow deck, can I play this as well in that deck, or do I have to only play this card in Amethyst Sapphire? Do I have to restrict myself to only playing it in blue purple? But what do you guys think, and what would you guys prefer? I wonder. I don't have any real opinions on it because I don't know how it's going to play out, but either way, I'm excited for these new cards to hit the shelves with Arcasia's Island very soon. Next up, I want to talk about some of these DLC promos from TCG Player because there's not that many listings available for this Let It Go promo. And for a while now, they were selling for around $800, even less than $800 on TCG Player if you wanted the Let It Go. It's a top 128 promo that you can win at the DLCs. But right now, there's only 2 listings left. The lowest verified is going to be Tier 1 games at $1,000. And then NNC games is at $1,280. So, like I said, not many left on TCG Player. So if any of you guys have them that you've won, maybe listing it on TCG Players is a good idea right now because the lowest asking price is $1,000. All of them that were less than $900 are gone. Cinderella Ballroom Sensation. This is the enchanted rare from the second set. It's settling at around $350. That's the price that I'm asking for. At least we have some recent sales that are $325 right here, happening on the 25th and the 24th of January. A lot of sales happening actually recently, so it's more than $300 for sure. Lowest verified is $342 with a little bit of extra shipping right there, so $345 is a decent asking price. And there are some non-verified sellers right here that have it for $315, but personally, this is just one of the best enchanted rares. There's only 15 left, and I think I wouldn't want less than $350 for this card. It's a really nice card. If it doesn't move, I'm happy because I'll just keep it. I want to talk about the Scar Playmat and the Scar promo. The Playmat is listed on TCG Player for around $150 to $200. Lowest verified is Snake Wings, and we do have some sales here happening. One selling for $100, $150, and then $190 as well. So if you guys have some Playmats, maybe TCG Player is a decent place to list them if you want to cash in on some of your set champs pricing. The Cinderella Stout-Hearted Playmat from the DLCs, lowest verified is there's only 2 listings is really what I wanted to mention on TCG Player. So TCG Player is running very scarce on listings for some of these DLC and promo items. So if you guys have some you want to list, I think now's a good time. Lowest verified asking is $600 for the Cinderella Playmat, and then it jumps to $800 right there. As you can see here, the sales were around $400 to $500 before. So right now, these people are controlling the asking price, which is pretty cool if you got these for from the DLC earlier in basically last year already, right? They haven't announced any DLCs other than the Melbourne one, so I wonder if they didn't have these at Nationals either. I was pretty surprised. At least, no, they did. Actually, they did have these at Nationals, but they didn't have a prize wall is what it was. So you weren't able to like acquire tickets to win these at Nationals. You actually just had to do well at some of the specific constructed side events to walk away with some of the Cinderella mats. So it was really hard to win these at Nationals actually if you're playing side events. Speaking of DLCs and their promo items, the Rapunzel just shooting back up in price, my goons. Check this out. They were selling for around $100, even less. A couple sold for around $95. But the non-foil Rapunzels have jumped up from $99 to $120, then to $125, then $130. Even some of the foil Rapunzel selling. Wow, check this out. Some of the non-foil Rapunzel selling for around 2,500 or $3,000. They could have been graded as well though. But still pretty nice right there because that means the graded Lorcana or the just in general the pricing for the DLCs are being sold in the marketplace, and that's really good if you're someone who just likes playing the card competitively because you walk away with some good pricing. But yeah, if you want one of these Rapunzels, one of these non-foil Rapunzels, they are going to be around $150 now. Lowest verified is going to be $139.99 by R&R Gaming, but they only have one, and then it immediately jumps to $149. That's $150 basically by the Card Haven, and they have four of them for you. There's only 14 listings left, and they're starting to jump up close to $200. And like I said, these were the DLC promos, and they're not really available anymore. So, $150 in my opinion is the asking price, especially given this recent sales data. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to get it for anything less than $150 anytime soon. The Cusco Temperamental Emperor, this one doing the exact opposite actually, selling from $100 when it was only available in Europe. Then the week of the National selling for around $70 to $65, and today lowest verified is $45, $44.99 with $1 shipping by Casual Max TCG. But I put these together next to each other for a reason because honestly, I feel like for a while the Rapunzel was sitting at this situation too, where a lot of people just were not interested in buying the Rapunzel and the Cinderella from the DLC promos, and I feel like that's what's happening with the Baymax and the Cuscos. Like it's so early, we a bunch of people farmed these at Nationals, but eventually these are gonna they're not gonna be available anymore, and people are gonna realize that, and those who weren't able to acquire these are gonna start wanting them again, and they might jump up back in price like the Rapunzel did. But that's just my opinion. So in general, I'm looking forward to holding on to some of these cards the way I should have held on to a non-foil Rapunzel, right? And if you won any of your set champs, if you topped any of your set champs tournaments, congrats to you. You have a $50 enchanted rare. The Scar Enchanted from the set champs promo is selling for around $47.45 by MPL's Card Exchange. That's with shipping included. And they have multiple. They have two of them right there. So it's still around $50. Not too shabby for a set champs promo. It's at least selling more than the Mirabelle did. But, you get these for top 8, so a lot of people have them. And if you're playing set champs tournaments, you're probably running into some meta decks that are running Flyn Rider, like Ruby Amethyst. And by the looks of the market and the trending sales, I would not be surprised if you run into a lot of Ruby Amethyst at your tournament. Lowest verified for Flyn Rider is now $5.99 with $1 shipping by Casual Max. So they're around $6 to $7 for Flyn Riders now. And look at the sales data, a bunch of them selling for $5 to $6 right here. And if you want cold foils, they're still almost $15. Wasteland Gaming, $13.99 with $1 shipping. And then it jumps to $15 with shipping included by Team for a Flyn Rider frenemy. Genie Wish Fulfilled, not as hyped up as it used to be. Check this out. These are no longer selling for $15 plus, $13.89 by ND Pokemon right here. Your Genie Wish Fulfilled around $14, so $1 less than 15. Love to see it if you're a budget player, right? Sisu the Emboldened Warrior, these are selling for $5 to $6 now. $3.99 with $1.27 shipping. After shipping, you're going to be paying $5 for your Sisu's Emboldened Warrior. Strength of a Raging Fire, check the ease out. These are super poppin'. There's only 35 listings left on TCG Player for this card for a non-foil, mind you, and lowest verified is $10 with $1.49 shipping. Then it jumps to $12 with $1.27 shipping. Grounds Battle, Wild Theme Game, shout out you guys. We had 34 listings is really low for a non-foil card in my opinion, and if you look at the foils here, there's only 4 listings left. The lowest verified is $25 with $2.99 shipping by MTG Solid. Then it jumps to the same thing, $24.99 with $5 shipping by Extreme Games. Hold My Neckbeard has them for $29.99, and then Markov's Emporium has them for $34.99. So if you have this card and you were collecting it for your deck, or if you foiled out your deck or something, then you probably got it for a way cheaper price because right now they're selling for a lot. You're going to be at least having to pay $25 plus for each cold foil. Speaking of foil steel cards, Mr. Sami, check this out. This price just shooting up in the last couple weeks. Oh my goodness, from $5 to $10, basically doubling in price. Only 14 listings left. Costello Cards has them $10.25 with $1.22 shipping. Then CCG Professionals has it for $9.47 with $2.50 shipping. Broadside Gaming $13 with $1 shipping. It's getting very close to a $15 cold foil here for Mr. Smee. Merlin Rabbit cold foils are jumping up in price too. Last week we saw the Merlin Goat and the Madam and Fox jump up in price, and Rabbit's looking like it's doing the same. The Great Card Shop has one for $28.99 with $1 shipping. They're the lowest verified right here. But after that, the next verified seller is $36.99 with $1 shipping by Sword and Board Games. Almost $40, not quite there yet. Definitely $30 though, but we'll see if any more get listed throughout the week. Chabok Followers, Creature of Evil. These are also steadily going up in price every week by week. Cold foils are listed at $8.40 with $1.22 shipping by Fallen Cards. Great card in the meta, definitely a meta staple to come for any Amethyst deck. So if you're going to be foiling out your decks, I think you might as well get these right now before they continue to jump up in price. Ariel, Spectacular Singer. This is a very important card in Amethyst Steel, and I think Amethyst Steel is like one of the best decks right now. So this card has been going up in price recently. It used to be around $20 earlier in November a couple months ago, and it did fall down to less than 15, but look at this, it's climbing back up to that $20 range. So YGO cards TCG $16.60 right here, lowest verified, and then it jumps to $16.99 by He Got Slabs right there. Maybe pick these up before they become $20 cold foils again. Merlin Crab cold foils were really cheap for a long time. These were less than $1 or sitting at $1 for a minute. Right now, lowest verified is going to be $3 with $1.29 shipping. Plenty of non-verified sellers have them too for around the same price, but you're going to have to pay around $5 each for this cold foil. And by the looks of rabbit, goat, fox, I feel like crab might be on the way too alongside something like snake, right? But that's going to be all for our meta cards for the Market Watch on Monday. I want to check out Disney Lorcana PSA 10 cards on 130 point and just talk about a couple slabs that might come up here. We have a PSA 10 Mirabel Madrigal from the Set Champs promo selling for almost $200, around 167 right here. USD, that's in bids. First chapter Carefree Surfer Stitch, that's sold today, a PSA 10 with 19 bids for $585. That's almost $600 right there for a PSA 10. PSA 10 Hades selling for $6.50. That's actually hilarious because the non-foil Hades is going to sell for around $8 anyways, and this person got a PSA 10 Hades cheaper than the non-foil market price. So eBay just has them deals sometimes if you can find some auctions. That only had 6 bids. Wow, that's hilarious. PSA 10 Dragonfire, $140. That's the DLC promo, by the way. Islands I pulled from the sea. Wow, this one's selling for $228 for a PSA 10. I feel like this Enchanted is really cheap for the non-graded version, right? Ooh, check this out. On January 26th, that was yesterday, we have a PSA 10 Elsa Snow Queen D23 selling for $7,300. Wow, and that's a number of bids at 15. So good to see that the Elsa is still moving. This is one of the first promos ever in Lorcana, one of the most expensive ones. And at 15 bids selling for $7,000 at a PSA 10, that's not too shabby. It's not anywhere near 10,000 yet, but that's still pretty hefty. And check this out, we have an Elsa PSA 10 from the first chapter selling for $1,489 right here. That was also yesterday. And even some more D23 promos here. A PSA 10 D23 Mickey. This was actually a signed one from what it's looking like. Yeah, it's a PSA 10 auto as well for $1,782. That's 37 bids. 37 bids is a lot of activity in my opinion for a graded card in Lorcana. But that's going to be it for the Market Watch, my Lorcana goons. Be sure to follow us on Discord, like, comment, and subscribe if you're a Lorcana goon yourself because it does support the channel. If you guys did well at your set championships, join our Discord and drop your deck list in the Discord section so that we can feature it in a future video about the set champs deck lists. But until then, be sure to stay tuned to Lorcana Goons for more, and we'll see you goons next time. And good luck to anybody playing any more set champs for the rest of the season.